Hey everybody, I hope everybody's doing well. We just wanted to take a second and jump on here and kind of share updates about what's going on and and at the same time, share what we've been doing. So you're going to hear us from a positive perspective, but we've been through it. You ever felt like, God owns a meat packing factory and you're the cow that goes in mooing and everything, and you come out as as hot dogs or ground beef. Tasty for everybody else, but not so great. Very much different composition than you've ever been before. That's kind of how it feels. Hey, JC, it's good to see you on. Oh, Anthony's on. Steve's good to see you guys. Robert. Anyway, so we've been through a little of that, and we want to share because, you've seen us, but you haven't seen everything. You know about Lori's foot. There's the purple cast.
I'm wiggling my toes.
You've heard about.
Like I said, my toes smell like pickles. I didn't ask him to smell.
That's keeping it real right there. So Lori broke her leg, not her foot.
In the process of saving 3 babies' lives.
Expensive gift to give. Anyway.
Donated blood and passed out on the way to the parking lot.
Those babies
in
better.
the parking lot on the way to my car.
Those babies better grow up to be evangelists and presidents and stuff. Anyway, so I got myself tickled. At least we can laugh in the middle of all this.
I promised my children I will never donate blood again because they saw me pass out and it was very scary. And I said I would only ever give blood again if it was to save their lives.
So anyway, Lori passed out after giving blood in 95-degree weather and broke her leg. Literally one of the worst kinds of breaks you can have.
Stop talking about it.
But in the best way because they said that she's good. So that's reality. That happened. Okay. So that's happened. Over the last week, has it been 2 weeks?
I don't know.
It's been almost 2 weeks now that I've been ramping up my duty as Mr. Mom.
Oh, yeah, that's been... Tomorrow will be the...
Yeah.
Week, 2 weeks?
I'm going into
week 3.
I'm going into week 3. I've been Mr. Momming it up, so a lot of cooking and everything, which I want to say here, thank you to all our friends like Jen Wall, Megan Cummings, and others have been helping us. Our neighbor, Jessica, bringing food, supporting all that kind of stuff. And flowers and goodies. Oh my goodness, it's so helpful. But I've been Mr. Momming it up, keeping the business going, and thank God for our business. I'll say thank you, John Michael Kilpatrick, for getting me into health coaching because I'm able to work from home, help Lori.
Husband.
Lord have mercy. So just taking care of it. Thankful for our awesome friend and nanny. We're just so grateful for Miss Haley.
Miss Haley.
Oh my goodness, godsend.
Is it a Miss Haley day?
Yeah, she came and took care of the kids and watched them while we were out doing hospital stuff and everything like that. So grateful. Yes.
We love Miss Haley.
But we've had...
And she cleaned Lydia's room yesterday.
Right,
so... Miss Haley, I need a miracle.
Which in itself is a little bit of a miracle. Proof there's a God. Lydia's room has clear floor space. It's like, okay, we know...
Creative.
Right.
She's the creative.
We know there's a God because they were able in one day to find floor. Anyway.
She's an art corner. Like she has a self-designated art corner, which just means a place to hide clutter. But everything is an art project to her.
So that's going on. And I didn't say this to a lot of folks because I've still been showing up all week. You've seen me show up. I've shown up on Facebook. I've shown up in... whatever way.
And the Braves lost.
Okay, so moving back to this, I'm trying to get this one idea, but I've had a cold at the same time, and it was one of those knockdown drag out deals for a week, guys, where I can't even feel like getting up and getting going, but I just keep going.
You've been doing medicine math where you like okay, I took it at this time. If
right.
I take it at this time, and
up
then he just
in the middle of the night
for 10 minutes, going, okay, what am I doing?
Right, or a headache hits me and nearly knocks me down. I'm like, I got 2 more calls to make. I can celebrate people. So thank you for everyone that's let me get on the celebration calls. Please hear me. I love them. All those calls I've done this week, I've loved them. I'm in your corner, but I'm better now. So there's even more energy. And when I get off those calls, I feel like I got so much energy, so it's been good. But there's been a cold we've dealt with. Before this, a lot of folks don't know this, and I'm sharing. Lori can share whatever she wants to share. But a few weeks back, Lori's dad was diagnosed with pancreatic cancer, and he just said that we can share this now. We haven't been able to share it because he didn't want that out there, but he told today that we could share it. Do you want to say anything about it?
No, you just keep talking.
It's been an emotional roller coaster.
Yeah.
So just do the timeline here. That was before she broke her leg, and we were debating going down to help, and then I got a cold. I mean, it's just like boom, boom, boom.
And he started chemo on Monday, so he can't be around
Right.
Any outside germs.
Right.
So.
And he's been in the hospital back and forth, and there's just been a lot of emotions that have been elevated and everything, and we're just trying to be focused and continuous. You've seen us show up. Please don't feel bad for all that you're hearing right now, because we kept showing up, guys. We're on the other end of it, and that's grit, and we're owning the story. And her dad's doing better at the moment, and he's going through it. He's showing grit. He's going through the obstacle. Lori's doing better. She's got another cast coming, and probably 2 more after that. And she's showing up with grit.
Cast every 2 weeks.
Every 2 weeks. Woohoo!
My kids have not taken a day off of school. We've kept that going.
Yep. I'm through the cold. I'm good now. I got like double capacity from what I've had for last week. And before that, and I'm being really raw and honest here. I'm being really raw and honest. We went through some heartbreaking stuff. We're trying to sell our land, and we finally have interest. Thank God for interest. Thank God for all you guys sharing that. I want to say thank you for everyone who shared about our land, because now we've got offers and interest. Oh my goodness. So grateful. Nothing firm yet, but hey, at least there's hope there, right? So thank you for that. But that's been in the middle of all this. And then before that, I'm getting real, and it's hard. But I went through embezzlement with my former company, and it's hard for me to say that out loud. And I've struggled through what that means, and I've tried to cover people in the process. And that's played out over months, and I've dealt with the financial side of it, and I've dealt with working with leadership to make sure it's all good and take care of it. You talk about heart-wrenching, put your heart into something for 7 years, and then realize that it's just undermined. And just, you guys, we're getting out there and being honest. Can I just be real? Can I be real and not be afraid of what anyone thinks, even the people that are still involved in those stories? We're in the middle of it, and we've been in the middle of it. And you know what? I've never been able to say in my entire life, while being in the middle of all of the loss and all of the battle and all the struggle, in the midst of it, I'm grateful. But I wouldn't change a darn thing. I'm in the middle of it, looking back right now, like I always say, rip the rearview mirror off your life and keep looking forward, because the dream's ahead. But as I take an internal audit and I look at a business that I lost value in, and I'm having to fix stuff, and I've got a debt on, as I look at land that won't sell, as I look at
we're renting a house.
Renting a house at this point instead of building the house we were planning to build. As I look at the battle and the struggle of her dad and what we've gone through in emotion with someone so close to our family and kids, and going through that again after
teaching kids about cancer.
Oh my gosh. And they don't need to know again, because we just lost a friend to cancer just a couple years back, the same very kind, right? We've been through, you talk about struggle and grit, guys. And then on top of that, in the middle of the debate of scrambling to make things work and help others, seriously breaking a leg before we can go down and do anything. And then, it has been a series of unfortunate events. And yet at the same time, I wouldn't change a dang thing. I own it. I want to own it so freaking hard. The devil regrets it, because I've never at the same time seen so much freaking fruit. I've never seen so many people get inspired and life change. I've never had so many calls, so many conversations, not just with the health coaching we do, but also helping business leaders as I'm coaching them, or even just in life and friendships, in ministry. We're leading a small group going through this at the same time, and it's on parenting, how to do it right. And we feel like, are we even good parents sometimes,
I'm a good parent. You question?
Anyways,
I always bring funny. I can't help it. Sorry.
I'm being real.
I'll give you a tissue and I'll just laugh.
I'm about to start crying again, but I'm on phone calls, just week after week, and people are saying my family's being put back together and my life is better and you've saved our lives and stuff like that. And I'm going, in the middle of this, God can do something? In the middle of this, people can be affected? God, my hair's standing up saying this live on video right now. I'm sitting here questioning and doubting if I can even keep going on, and people are telling me that's affecting their lives. I'm going, thank you, Jesus. The messy is awesome. The battle is worth it. The struggle may be real, but the breakthrough is more real. Don't take your reality as it's been given to you and let it own you. Take it, hand it off to God and go, okay, God, I see what this life is saying about me. I see what reality is saying is in front of me. What are you revealing in the middle of it? And who am I becoming? Let's do this. Because guys, the story may be written by others leading into this part, but God, by the grace of God, He and we are finishing it. And we're going to finish well. We're going to make the devil regret the whole darn thing. Because the Bible says all things work out to the good of those that love the Lord. All things. When it means all things, the Greek means all. All means all. All things. What things? All. All things. So I don't give a rat's behind what it is we're in the middle of right now. I already trust and already know that the best is now. He's in the middle of it with us. You know, I used to say when I was battling MS and I was in the MRI tube and I was struggling, I would repeat to myself all the time, Psalm 23, in the middle of it, I get to the part where it says, in the valley of the shadow of death, I'll fear no evil. And this is the thing. The valley of the shadow of death is not the valley of death. It's not the valley of death. It's the valley of the shadow of death. And listen, the shadow is always bigger than the reality. Listen to me. The shadow is always bigger than reality. I'm telling you, in the middle of our valley. I'm saying this in the middle of my valley. I get to so own this. I get to say this with authority because we're in the middle of our valley. The shadow is bigger than the reality. I can trust that we're going to make it through this. And it's going to be even better because He's brought us through stuff before. I can look back in the history of holding His hand and trust that we're going to make it through it. It's going to be better because He's done it before. He brought us through MS. He brought us through a battle. He brought us through all kinds of other stuff. He'll bring us through this. Does that make sense? So the valley of the shadow of death is not the valley of death. It's just the valley where death's shadow falls. If you're in the middle of the valley of the shadow of death, keep walking. Keep walking. You're not dead. His rod and His staff are comforting you. That means He's right there. Hold His hand. And listen to me. If you can hold His hand in the middle of the valley of the shadow of death, it's not really death's valley. It's God's valley. Because He's there and He owns every place He stands. And if you will hold His hand, He will not leave you in the valley. He will take you through the valley. That valley, God's valley, growth valley. The biggest growth is under the shadow that death throws down on us. The greatest growth is right now. Now, in the middle of that, there's value. And that's why I'm showing up today. That's value added. We're not going to wait to live. We're going to live now. We're not going to wait till the battle's over or the valley's over. We're going to live now. We're going to love now. We're going to speak now. We're going to be in the now. We're going to grow now. Because guys, we're not going to wait for a cast to get off. We're not going to wait for money to come through. We're not going to wait through financial weird stuff to settle. We're not going to wait for land to sell. We're not going to wait for anything else. We're going to live now fully, knowing we got His hand and He's got us. And we make it through it, and we get to whatever the next mountain is, it's not even the best part. The best part's right here. So if you're out there and you're going through battles just like us, I want to encourage you. This is the best part. You're going to get to the end of it and look back, and hindsight's always 20/20. You're going to look back and say, oh my goodness, I wish I would have known how close I was to Him right then. Because when you get through it, you often come back and say, man, I wish I realized how close He was in the middle of it. Don't wish later. Live now. Does this make sense? Own it now. That's all I got to say today. That's what we're doing today. We're just holding a hand, walking through it. And I got to tell you, I've never had peace like I have right now. Obviously, it must be a season of growth. Obviously, there must be a season of revival. I feel like this is what revival feels like. Because I've never felt like I'm growing as much as I am. My capacity's growing. I'm being stretched. In the middle of all of it, it's like, okay, what else can I do better? Okay, can I cook food while fighting this headache and making sure Lori's got whatever she needs? And she was on bed rest for 10 days, guys. And it's probably about 4 or 5 of those days I had the cold.
But I'm not high maintenance.
She's not. The doctor made her do that, So anyway, I love you guys. I love y'all. Appreciate y'all. Thank you for the support. All you guys out there, even just even if you haven't done anything physically, if you've been on social media loving us up and being with us, sharing the Lamb post, sharing our stuff, sharing even what we're doing in our business, if you've been sharing our business posts and stories of people getting success, you're helping us. And I want to say thank you, because we could not make it through this without your support. Lori's leg's about done. Okay, I want to show you one more thing. This is cool. Look what I wrote on Lori's cast. Isn't that cool?
Yeah.
I did that.
I showed the kids.
And here's what the kids put.
So Anna, I think she said, like, get better or something.
She put, we love you, get better soon.
And then
Lydia
and
put her
Pearson,
name and
then
Sunshine. And then Malachi, he wrote it.
And-
So, it's saying rotate your, I don't want to rotate. Okay, sorry about that.
Dustin's going to paint my toenails before we go to church tomorrow.
Am I? So I need,
can't reach.
to close this out, I need more capacity than I've ever had before. You guys hit your knees in prayer right now. I mean, all the other things, they were minor struggles. I got to paint toenails. It's a battle of the ages.
Hi.
Oh my goodness.
So, okay, sit down real quick. I'm going to tell a funny because Dustin always brings the serious and I do the funny.
Okay.
So
Not this.
we tell our kids everything. We watch out for timing, but we don't hide anything from our kids. And so we have been teaching them, like with my dad going through the cancer, like we're not going to be afraid of it and we're just going to talk about it and just be super open. And if you have a question, you can ask, but there are people who make it through cancer all the time. And we gave a list of stories that we know. And anyways, we're going to pray for Papa, but we're not going to be afraid. Well, anyways, today I warmed up the conversation and Annabeth and I were doing FaceTime with him. And so I casually asked how his first chemo went with this one being right next to me. And so he described the chemo and so I said,
I heard this. I forgot.
no.
We love it, Anna. It's so
I
cute.
said, so you have chemo to go? And he goes, yep, it's a 48 hour, they push it and whatever.
46.
Anna takes her face off camera so my dad cannot see and she goes, you did not tell me. And I was like, I did tell you he has cancer and I did tell you he's going to do chemo. I don't understand why she's upset with me. So then even later, chemo was brought up again and then it was brought up with food. Now my dad was one of our first clients and he lost over 50 pounds.
Yeah, thank God he did, because going through this, he's better positioned
He's
to.
off of all blood
I
pressure
know.
medication.
Seriously, they said
Actually,
perfect.
when they discovered that he had cancer, he went for a regular checkup, and doc's like, everything looks great. And he goes, well, anyways, I won't go into how they discovered it. But
My
anyways.
skin looks a little yellow.
Yeah, he's like, my skin looks yellow, and what about this? He goes, oh, we'll just do blood work, but you look fine. But health-wise, he's doing great because he...
But you got to
all
finish the
because
story
of me.
with Anna.
Yes. Well, anyways.
We love you, Anna.
So, she goes,
If you love Anna on here, give her some hearts and show her, because this is going to be cute. Go ahead.
She thought that he decided not to do our program anymore, and she thought he decided to do keto. She was mad that he abandoned our healthy ways and is doing keto.
I wasn't mad. I was upset that if cancer won't kill him, that will.
So we're not fans of keto. But anyways, Annabeth was very passionate. Like, why would Papa do keto if he knows that what we're doing works? And so Anna is a health coach, a junior health coach with us.
Goodness.
And so anyways, she was afraid her Papa switched to keto. So he's on chemo and we're just hopeful and we're praying, and he is not on keto, so we
not
have
on keto.
no worries at all.
And look at all the hearts and love, Anna.
Someone's laughing.
Couple happy, laughy faces. And I just want to say, I saw some folks on here. Some of you guys, I saw Tim Roller. He just texted me last night out of nowhere. He didn't even know these stories. Texted me, this stuff. He's like, you're on my heart. I'm praying for you right now. What's going on? Da, da, da. Isn't it amazing to know Spirit of God can talk to people across the planet, even where you're not at, and speak to them, and they do that. Some of our mentors did the same thing. I mean, I'm just, Pat Schatzline, John Michael Kilpatrick, Dan Valentine, Corey Baker, a lot of love. Megan Valentine, just amazing. But anyway, some folks are on here saying stuff, and I just want to respond to it before we get off. Lot of love. Oh, my goodness, all the love on here, guys. So thankful. Okay, so JC, yeah, I see all you guys. The Newells are on. JC, live from the doc. Oh, cool. So JC's at a doc event with the dogs, and she said that she loves us from there. Anthony said the video scramble. Watch it later, man. I see a lot of folks on today. Holy mackerel. Hey, guys. Lynn's on, Greg, Amanda, Nancy, Carol. I'm trying to read. There's some other things I just want to respond to before we get off. Miss Pamela Brawley says, amen. Go ahead, Lord.
You're the strongest person they know.
Oh, thanks, Mark. I appreciate that. Tim says, preach, bro. He's on here. Miss Verna says, love y'all. Love you too. Miss Denise says, we love you all. Thank you. Lynn says, thank you, Dustin, for being raw. Yes. I'm trying to show up. I'm just trying to show up. Hopefully it'll help somebody else and encourage them. Oh, did I mention in the middle of all this we moved? You guys knew we moved. Like, could we plan a move at any more of a weird time? But we're at peace.
Unpacked in less than a month.
Yeah.
We
Oh my
moved
goodness.
and unpacked in less
All
than a
of this
month.
played out at the same time. See, Nikki, Michael, Michael says, LOL. Lynn's
Our
giving
kids'
us
mattresses are still on the floor, but we moved.
We're doing beds. We're going to buy
I
beds.
just got to see my bed today, and I'm excited.
Yeah, we're buying
It's in our
beds.
Amazon cart.
We'll get it done. I mean, Lori and I have to go to a training convention, whatever, summit, and then we're going to have beds and everything. We're there. We're doing this. We are so owning our reality. Anything you want to end with, little one?
I'm
Go ahead.
enjoying today because Liddy and Malcolm aren't here right now, so I get time with Mommy and Poppy just to myself.
She's an only child again.
The littles are in the backyard playing with our neighbors. We love our neighbors. It's like
Yes.
anytime they are all together, it's free babysitting for both moms. So
It's true. And I'll just be honest with you guys. We had the land, we're selling it. We were planning to take money and build it again or build somewhere else.
come around.
We're actually going to stay here a while because we love the neighbors and love the relationships, love our
Nanny
church.
back in.
That's it. So, Nanny B. All right. Love you guys. You want to say bye?
Bye.
Bye, y'all. Have an awesome day. I hope this is encouraged. Be blessed and encouraged. We love y'all. We're in your corner. If you need prayer for anything, let us know. We're in a very praying season right now. Love y'all. Boo.